everyone, welcome to Success Builders Kids. My name is Peyton, and this is my friend Sterling, and this is Home Dog. We are so glad that you are joining us today.
At Success Builders Kids, we are all about growing kids that excel in their businesses, life, and in their faith. Now let's get started. Stand up to your feet and let's do worship.
Your favor waits within the future. My dreams are small compared to yours. Why should I worry about tomorrow? I know that all I gotta do is trust you, Lord. Every little thing's gonna be alright. Every little thing's gonna be just fine. Whether I can see it now, I know you will work it out for good. 'Cause every little thing, everything will be alright. Oh, 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 oh. Every little thing behind the scenes and in the details. You plan a perfect way for me. Why would I dwell upon the roads and certainties when all I gotta do is look to you? Yeah, all I gotta do is look to you. Come on, every little thing. Every little thing's gonna be alright. Every little thing's gonna be just fine. Whether I can see it now, I know you will work it out for good. 'Cause every little thing, everything will be alright. Oh, 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 oh. Every little thing, every little thing. Oh, 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 oh. Whether I can see it now, I know you will work it out for good. 'Cause every little thing, everything will be alright. Oh, 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 oh. Every little thing, every little thing. Oh, 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 oh.
Hi everyone, welcome to Success Builder Kids. I am so happy that you're here today, and I'm excited that you are eager to grow in your success. We are in lesson 6, and you will be learning about jobs and businesses today. A job means that you are working for someone else, for example, a business, in return to get paid money. For example, Stanley works at a pet store, selling pet supplies, and in return, he makes $500 a week. The business owner pays him money to work for his business. Now let's talk about businesses. A business is a collection of one or more people that provide a product or a service to sell to other people. If a business owner owns a business like a pet store, he or she is the one who is responsible for having all the product or service to sell. For example, John and Maggie own a pet store. Their businesses sell products like dog food, cat food, and other pet supplies like dog clothes, and they also have a service of grooming pets. They receive all the money from the things and services that they sell, but they are also responsible for all the bills like paying the people that work for them, like Stanley. There are lots of responsibilities that come with having a job, and the same with owning a business. Not one is better than the other. You just need to know which one God is calling you to do. Mr. Ryan will explain more on this concept and also on ESBI. Today, you will also have the chance to receive 2 more stickers to put into your passport to success. You are so close to receiving your Success Builder Kids badge. I am so proud of you. Keep up the good work. In the next lessons to come, you will learn about education and is it making you money or taking your money. Keep up the good work, kids. Keep learning, keep showing up. And now let's tune our eyes to Mr. Ryan as he shares more on jobs and businesses.
Hey kids, today we're going to talk about the 4 different ways to make money. You can be an employee working for someone else, we'll call that the E quadrant. You can be a self-employed person doing a job, working for yourself, we'll call that the S quadrant. You can be a business owner, we'll call it the B quadrant, or an investor, the I quadrant. So really neat is the employees and self-employed people, they hold 5% of all the money in the world. The business owners and investors hold 95% of the money. But here is the thing. The business owners and investors only make up 5% of the world, while employees and self-employed people is 95% of the entire world. So which side do you want to be on? Do you want to be employees, self-employed people? That's like having $100 for the whole world. Say it was 100 people in the world, there's $100. 95 people fighting over 5 of the dollars, or do you want to be 5 of the people that get to share the $95? The neat thing is, because we live where we live, we get to choose where we spend our time focusing, building wealth, spending our time, and take our life and go, where and how do we want to make money? Today, we're going to have a really neat interview with a friend of mine who's gone through all 4 of the quadrants, and we get to talk to him about how he makes money. Now, you can do any job you want and fit into any of these quadrants. For example, I have a friend who is a teacher, works for someone else. I have another friend who does private teaching lessons, tutoring and stuff, who's self-employed, doesn't work for another business, works for their own business and works directly with the clients and makes money. That would be self-employed because they're employed by themselves. Now, the next one is business owner. I know someone in Korea who made multiple tutoring things online and turned teaching into a multi-million-dollar business. And I know people who invest in educational software. I know people in all 4 quadrants for whatever job you want to talk about. Nursing, doctors, doesn't matter. Whatever you're going to do to make money fits into one of these quadrants. And for us, we learned early by reading a bunch of books and stuff that we needed to get ourselves to the point where we were taking the skills and knowledge we had and turning it into businesses and investments, so that we could maximize our impact to the kingdom. Now, let's go and meet my friend Randy and find out all about how he moved from employee to self-employed to business owner to investor. See you soon. Okay, kids, here we are with my friend Randy, and Randy is a really good friend of mine, and he owns a business called Pro Paint. And what do you guys do at Pro Paint, Randy?
We do industrial sandblasting and coatings.
What does that mean?
We
You take the old paint off and put the new paint on?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. But you guys do it for big stuff, big equipment for oil field and different things. And so you didn't start there, did you?
No, I started in a little 2-man shop in Terrace, BC.
Now, were you the painter when you started in that shop, or were you like the grunt guy sanding things down, or what were you?
I wish I was the sanding guy. I actually was sweeping the floors and cleaning bathrooms and that type of stuff.
Oh, neat. Okay, so to move up in that company, you had to get some training, right?
Yes.
And you got some tickets, spray painting, and...
Yeah, I went to school. It was like a 4-year course, and just did my time and got my education.
Cool. That's so cool. And then when you left Terrace and you came to Red Deer and you worked for someone else, and then you started your own shop in your garage.
Yes, yeah. I actually started doing some part-time work after hours, and then it blossomed into. It built a belief in us, and we went out on our own after that.
That's so cool. So it's so neat. So many people have stories where they started working from home, self-employed, and then end up going and building a bigger business from there. And so when you decided to build the bigger business, was it like a dream that motivated you to move forward, or how did you keep pushing forward to get bigger and bigger?
Yes, it definitely was a dream. It's actually a dream that I had ever since I was a little kid. And then I actually didn't really know how that was going to develop, but just little steps of faith. and kind of landed us where we're at now.
One of the neat things I love about Randy is that Randy and I have known each other for a long time, and we always had dreams of being kingdom builders, where like we wanted our businesses to impact the kingdom, and it's so cool that we get to do that together now.
Yes.
and even see some of our other friends who are coming alongside us and building the kingdom with us. So it's so cool. So the dream God puts in you, He's gonna use, but you don't start out the big business, and that's okay. We're gonna move from working for other people and then starting our own thing and then building a bigger business. All of that's awesome. And wherever you end up in there, you get training and knowledge and education, and that's gonna help you move up the levels to keep furthering and building what God's called you to do. All right, so that is kind of the transition of how people make money. They start out small and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger if you keep dreaming and keep pursuing what God has for you. All right, let's go to our next segment.
Yes, life is very good, you see. I have my candy factory making my candy. So, I have an investment. I am an employee, I still am teaching. And, I self-employed businessman. And I am an employer with my wonderful assistant. I believe I have achieved what is known as the pinnacles of success.
Excuse me, Professor Roy, I quit.
What? Why do you quit?
Because I invested all my money.
I should have paid you in candy. What did you invested all the money I paid you, huh? Okay. So now you're quitting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Ryan, I need more assistants. Let's try somebody that works for candy now. They keep investing all the money I paid them. Hey, Mr. Ryan!
And now it's time for the memory verse. Will you do it with us? Sterling, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Home Dog, are you ready?
Great. Now stand to your feet, JYs and kids. Let's go. Work willingly at whatever you do as though you are working for the Lord rather than people. Colossians 3:23. Great, now let's try that again. Work willingly at whatever you do as though you are working for the Lord rather than for people. Colossians 3:23.
Well done, kids and JY. Thanks for reciting the memory verse with us. See you next time.
Well, we're so glad you joined us today. We hope you learned a lot about jobs, businesses, and how money can be made.
Yes, and of course you tell your parents to look at this stuff, the Instagrams and the Facebooks, and at Success Builders. That's it.
Make sure to catch our next lesson. And kids, keep growing, keep learning, and keep putting God first. See you next time.